Hey guys. Hey guys, it's Nicole. Um, I'm supposed to be doing a project for my government, and they said we can make a video about an issue that really, we care about and everything. So I'm gonna make a video about America because America's such a great country, and I don't think people really realize how amazing America is. I mean, we have the right for speech, for religion, for freedom of the press, and we have the right to vote. Most countries don't have those rights as America does, and I think that people honestly just take that for granted. And when I see people, well, first, we always start an assembly, whenever we have one, with the Pledge of Allegiance. But see, there's an issue with that. Because, one, we don't say the Pledge of Allegiance every day, like I believe we should. And second off, there are people who really just don't even care about the Pledge of Allegiance. They stand, okay, sure, but when you say the Pledge of Allegiance, you're supposed to remove your hats and place your right hand over your heart. When I look around the auditorium at most of my high schoolers, I would say probably less than half are actually paying attention to the flag. And it really makes me upset because I grew up in a military family. My father is a former Marine, and my grandfather is a former Marine on my father's side. And then on my mom's side, I have my grandfather was in the Air Force, and then I have an uncle who was in the Army. So I come from a big military family, and America's pretty important to me. And then now you're starting to have these people. So this is what really makes me mad. You're starting to have these people who are out there, and they're actually protesting at a military man or woman's funeral. And it really makes me mad because they're saying that God is punishing America because we are encouraging homosexuality. Okay, first of all, I don't understand how that really has anything to do with America, or how it has to affect soldiers. They hold up signs at the funerals that say, "Thank God for dead soldiers and thank God for 9/11." Okay, that was back in 2001. And that still affects me to this very day. For someone to actually say that, and to scream that, especially at a military's funeral, it's morally not right. And they call themselves American citizens. How can you call yourself an American citizen when you're sitting there protesting at a military man's funeral, where they're the ones who actually gave you your right for freedom, for religion, and for everything else that we have in America? If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have those rights, because they went and fought for our freedom. But of course, people just don't seem to understand this. I don't understand why. But there are some good things that can come from that, because we have the Patriot Guard riders. They are there to make sure that the protesters are not seen and are not heard at the funerals. They line up just so that the family of the soldier and the people attending the funeral cannot see or hear them, because they just have to try to make themselves heard. And it really sickens me. We need to start acting like Americans. I don't understand why you don't want to be in America. It just makes me sick because of the fact that you can't sit there and respect our flags, and you're not behind our troops when they're over there fighting for our freedom and doing whatever they can to keep America the way it is. And people just don't seem to understand that. Well, you know what? If you don't really understand that, then you know what? You can just leave the country. Because you really don't seem like an American. When you trample on my flag, when you trample on my soldiers who are over there fighting, and you just don't honor America the way it should be honored, then you have no right to be in this country. You have no right whatsoever. And I don't care if it was your great-great-great-grandparents who actually came to this country a long time ago. If it weren't for them, you wouldn't be here. But if it weren't for those soldiers, you wouldn't have your rights that you do today as an American. Why don't people understand this? I ask myself that every day. I honestly don't understand why people can't understand this. America's such a great country. Because you can do anything, really. Anyone, any child can become whatever he or she wants to be. We could have our next female president. We've already had our first African American president. And America's just amazing like that. You can have anyone do anything they want to. In other countries, you can't say that. There's actually some countries that they choose what you're going to be. In America, you have that choice. I just don't understand. And most people are going to think, oh, okay, just because she's 17, just because they're teenagers, they don't understand. They don't understand about America, and they just don't understand anything about it. Not true. There are actually some of us teenagers out there who do care about America. And then there are other people who just really don't give a crap about it. And like I said before, why are you in this country? Why are you in this country? Because if you don't appreciate it, then why are you here? I just don't get it. So whoever may be watching this, try to understand that I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I'm just trying to give my viewpoint on the world right now, basically, in America, and how I just don't understand people nowadays. So, thank you, and God bless America.